Go on.
Good evening.
Oh, God. That's terrifying. Jesus.
Welcome
Nearly swallowed my bristles then.
to the Lagerlogs. It's Halloween, can't you tell?
Hey, what'd you call me? How's everyone doing out there tonight
So-
in Transylvania?
It's
Let us
Sudsy
know.
Stew
Mm?
and
Terrifying, Tom?
who's dressed like?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I'm Sudsy Stew. This is Terrifying Stew. We don't quite know how this is working today. I think this is kind of some kind of mental breakdown that Stu is having where he's podcasting with himself over a beer. Very confusing, but I like it. It's more like a psychological horror this evening that we're experiencing.
So yes,
Well, welcome back to the show.
it's a beer review,
Yes.
a double
Double trouble.
of Halloween themed beers.
And we struggled this year to get some decent ones. If I'm being honest, we had to turn to the internet for one of them, but I think we got a good one coming up for you to sample along with us if you have it. If not, just imagine what it tastes like. That's what I normally do when I'm watching the internet.
So, if anyone is wondering, yes, Tom is dressed as Stew. And
They all know that. They
Stew
come on. They don't need
is-
help with that.
I know it kind of looks like I'm wearing a chef's hat. No, I'm not the Green Power Ranger. I'm actually
The white
a giant
Power
big
Ranger.
bottle of beer. Look, I have to stand up.
So here he is. Bintang is here to party with us. That's Stu's Thai alter ego, which he tends to go by that name when he's on the island of Phuket. And tonight he's
This
definitely
does
going to
smell
be
like a
getting
stag do.
Phuketed with this strong Belgian ale and stout that we have to sample. Yeah, I'm sure that the smell on that. Did you wash that before you put it on? I'm sure the smell's a bit horrendous.
This is like right out the padded envelope and onto my body.
Oh, wow. Okay. Definitely could have put down a boil wash before you put it on. Yeah, and a pumpkin spice stout, I should say. Yeah, should have been a bit more specific with that. From Glen, Cannich. Cannich, is it brewery, dude?
Glen Cannich.
Have you heard of these guys? Are they
No.
somewhere near you, I would think? Well, closer to you than me.
Glen Cannich Brewery. Lodge Cannich. Bewley.
Not Cannich in the West Midlands, no? Can't be.
IV47LX.
We're going to check that on Google Maps after the show, and we're going to confirm it here
No, just
down below in the subtitles area.
the
Do you reckon we
corrections
should...
area.
The corrections area, the correctional facility at the bottom of the screen. Do you think we should sample this one first, you reckon? Seeing as it's the weaker of our two. I don't think we've even shown the other one, have we? We have right here, Satan Red, which is the strong Belgian ale, that strong Belgian dark ale I was referring to. I thought this was a bock.
Brewery de Bloc.
Yeah, I thought it was a bock because I thought I saw a bock, but no, it is block confirmed. I've never heard of them before. Haven't sampled any of their goods, so I'm looking forward to giving this a go. 2. Okay, let's crack this bad boy open.
I'm gonna have to get my ears out. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to take my beard off, unfortunately, as well for the pour. Sorry, guys. Had to shatter the illusion.
Now I might just look like Stallone in First Blood, just walking about wearing a bit of carpet in the woods.
No, you look cooler. All right, ready for the pour? Ooh, okay. Now, we need to mention this. I actually got this, or we got this from Home Bargains, which I hadn't been to in a very long time. It was nice to kind of take a walk down memory lane and reminisce about the Lagerlog Season 1, where we went to every week to acquire the brews for the show. So that was cool, man.
Wow,
they had
smells.
Smells good, yeah. They had 2 of these beers from the same company. I think the other one was maybe an IPA.
Was it the Statue of Liberty one?
Yes, that is the
That
one.
is red ale.
Red ale. Red ale. You heard it here first. Which I haven't tried. I don't know whether. Well, maybe this one's pretty good, and I'll go back and sample that one. But we'll have to see. Smells good. Smells pissy. I'm not.
It smells like
I
pumpkin
don't,
spice.
don't think about. I don't think I'm getting pumpkin spice. I'm getting like, I don't know, urinal odors from it. If I'm being honest.
I had a coffee
Strange.
from Greg's last week,
Okay.
and it was like your O2. Here's a free coffee every week. So I was like, that's the coffee I tend to gamble with. So I was like, right, okay, all right, pumpkin spice latte.
Oh, you got to be done.
When drinking it, just felt like I was drinking a wax candle. It was disgusting.
Did you look down at what you were drinking just to make sure you weren't drinking a wax candle? I know sometimes early in the morning before you've had your coffee, these things do happen.
I can confirm it was coffee.
Confirm it was coffee. Okay, I love a bit of pumpkin spice in the coffee, especially around this time of year. But I don't know about whether I like it in beer or not. It's very funky, isn't it? The odor.
Yes.
Okay, shall we just get it over with?
It's so lively and smelly for a stout.
Cheers, man.
Cheers.
Try and drink it with me. Keep my beer intact. I don't hate it. It's both just completely perplexed by it. It's
there's
it has pumpkin spice taste to it. Has a pumpkin spice taste to it.
Yep, the aftertaste.
More so, yeah, more so on the aftertaste. The initial taste, it just kind of tastes like a bit of a funky stout to me while it's going down.
It's kind of got a bland.
Bland could be the right word. Yeah, definitely a muted flavor. I think going down.
Yeah, aye. It feels really quite light-bodied for a stout.
Yes, I mean this is a 4.5% brew. It kind of, I think the taste kind of matches that for me in terms of the ABV. This is not a draft stout, as you could probably tell by the lack of noise emitting from the can. So it's kind of more than likely it's going to come out like that. I was expecting it to be a bit lighter, but maybe not this light on, flavor and body. Two of my favorite things, especially when it comes to beer.
The initial taste is like, I think is light bodied. The texture on the can it explains it's creamy.
I don't think so. For me,
creamy stout with a velvety, rich malt backbone. So I think creamy describes the kind of taste, the initial taste, where it feels light, but
there's a richness to it. There's a maltiness to it. I just think that
you could definitely get the malt backbone.
I would agree with that. I just think the problem is that it doesn't taste like pumpkin spice, and then it just kind of slaps you around the face at the end. It doesn't really integrate well with the maltiness or the richness or the other flavors that they're going for there.
It's got cinnamon.
It just this kind of weird, like kind of almost cinnamon spice taste at the back end, which just comes out of nowhere. Really, I think it could have been blended a little bit better or have a bit more of an organic taste, but it does feel a bit fake, Yeah,
it's a shame that they put it in a 440ml can. 330 would have been enough.
I think so too, man. I don't think. I don't know. I don't think it's worth the calories, to be honest.
So in amongst the ingredients, it does mention ginger, and I do get that. I do taste ginger in there. I guess that is ginger probably being the spice that they've used. Dark, smooth, and spiced.
Oh, a little bit of gas came back up then, and that was definitely spicy.
And again, It's kind of much akin to the pumpkin spice latte I had the other day. It tastes like a candle.
I know what you mean. It's got that perfumey taste to it. I know
Yeah.
what you're saying now. I think you can get away with most pumpkin spice lattes that I've had personally. I haven't really got that. There's definitely like a spiciness to it, which I think goes really well with the coffee, but never really a perfuminess. But this definitely got that kind of fake, kind of perfumey, manufactured taste to it, which I just it doesn't really work for me. I don't hate it, but I thought it maybe would be a bit more of a satisfying brew. To be honest, I had high hopes for it. If I'm being honest with you,
we can compare this to last year's Halloween episode where we tried again. I think it was a Belgian beer and like a spiced latte.
The one from Fierce, wasn't it?
Yep, and then the Trooper was their Belgian style.
Yes.
So it's funny how we've kind of ended up again with a Belgian style and this being a stout instead of, because was that like a pale ale or like an amber ale?
I think if I remember, it was a pale ale, but we definitely didn't plan that. I think I remember thinking it was okay. Maybe I liked it a bit better than this, but no, we definitely didn't plan that, having the same types of beers as last year. I mean, we don't do any planning on this show. There's no plan involved whatsoever, as you can tell from this evening's.
Synchronize the beers and show up looking silly.
It seems easy enough, but you know what? It's difficult. It's a hard day's work here at Logs HQ.
The message I sent to Tom back in September 2020. We've never failed since.
I'm gonna go back to the message tonight and have a look at that, because I can't remember why I'm here, and I need to know. Just some kind of direction would be nice. Where am I headed? What should I be doing? You know, those kind of existential questions that hit you every now and again. Sure, I don't want to say anything, but your breasts seem to be wiggling around.
Okay, I knew that would work.
Stop now.
So, back to the beer review. Do we have anything else to say about our pumpkin spice stout?
We don't, and I don't really want to finish it. To be honest, it's not bad. It's just kind of
not for me.
Not for me. I think maybe if you have more of a tolerance to stouts that are a bit more kind of perfumey or flavored with stuff that you would normally associate with another beer and not a stout, I think you might dig it a bit more. But I kind of have a low tolerance for things like that. Although I did think this one was going to maybe be the beer to change me, but no. Next up, what we got? Satan Red, which
this isn't. I mean,
this isn't from Home Bargains.
No, and this obviously isn't traditionally, I think, maybe considered a Halloween beer. But when we were shopping on Beers of Europe website, and when you search for a Halloween beer, #1 result.
So I hope this #1 result is the #1 result of this show's pairing. I would like to think it is. I definitely have more of a penchant for a stronger, darker ale. So I'm hoping it's going to be a winner in my books. Let's try and open this up.
I do quite like the bottle cap.
That's cool, yeah. Okay, going in for the poll. Bit more carbonation than our previous beverage, which is a bit strange.
Good damn, yeah.
It's actually a bit lighter, right, than the stout. I think a little bit lighter. It's more of a amber color than a black.
Yeah.
Just sad.
Let's see. Let's bring electricity back on.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Should warm my shades. Yeah.
So.
Healthy amber colour to it.
So. Oh, you could smell the volume.
Oh, definitely. Got a very nice boozy kind of almost that kind of appley smell and taste that you get with a lot of Belgian brews, like lighter Belgian brews. It's definitely got it.
Now, this bottle is clocking in at 8%.
Yeah, this one's to sip on rather than
guzzle.
Guzzle was the word I was looking for. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Enough smelling around. Cheers, man.
Cheers.
Happy Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
That's got such a strange savoury flavour to it, hasn't it? Like a meaty...
Yeah. It's...
like a salami kind of...
to me, like when you're saying apples,
right?
it's giving me the like cider vibes. Like one, like a really overdue, like sort of fermented cider.
Right.
In the sense that, yes, like, oh, they've left this for too long.
Yeah, it's definitely got that. It's interesting. It's got like a salty kind of savoury meatiness to it, which is very interesting. It's not like anything I've ever tasted before.
I mean, just try and compare it to other Belgian beers, but it's definitely got that alcoholic warmth.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It's quite light, still really carbonated.
The carbonation's surprising. Yeah, I thought that there'd be a bit less carbonation, but that's definitely something that's coming through strong.
Yeah, when you pour it, you did kind of get a good two finger foam head on it, but
you got more light than me. What type of hops are in this bad boy? Maybe we can work out what's causing the porky taste.
Let's get the Stout Light out. No, it's all a big secret, and contains barley malt. Content
we know
malt d'orge.
D'orge, okay, that's perfume, right?
Yeah,
it did taste a little bit.
It's actually just saying contains in a bunch of different languages. So yeah, it just contains barley malt.
Okay, one for Google Translate.
We might need to go onto satanbeer.com for more information.
That's an actual website.
That is their actual website.
Okay, right. That's on the dark web, right? That's got to be something that we cross over
definitely for. Incognito browsing.
100%.
Close those other tabs.
It's
clear your history every once in a while, folks.
Just clear your computer, sell it to Computer Exchange. Just walk away.
Like I'm just taking like a big of this beer, and it's like it's almost like airwaves. It clears the nostrils.
The smell is definitely it's strong, but I think the overall everything all right over there.
Yeah, my phone went.
That so poltergeist again.
Yes, let's say that.
Okay, he does like kind of showing up at this time of the year to mess around with you. It's it's got like still quite a light taste though, right? It's not as kind of dark or as heavy as I was expecting for an 8% Belgian beer. It's still quite light. It's got that kind of now, really weirdly, because of the appliness and the meatiness, I'm getting like pork loins and applesauce a little bit. Pork chops and applesauce, right?
Right. Okay.
Are you getting that?
It's definitely when you
weird.
It's such an assault on taste buds, like that aftertaste. The amount of different things that kind of come to mind, and And just God, the smell. It's just like it's not chemical-y, but
I know you mean. It's definitely got that ethanol kind
yeah.
of scent to it for sure. But no, I like it. I like it. I'm a bit. I won't say I'm put off, but I'm a bit kind of intrigued by the taste still.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like anything I've ever had, but I do like it. But yeah, the kind of there's no heaviness there at all
No,
that I was
I
expecting.
did
It's still quite a light brew.
check the best before date, and it's actually good till 2026.
Yikes! What have they
So
put in it? What have they put in it to
a lot of
keep it
preservatives
fresh
in here.
for that long? Oh wow! It's definitely a clear winner of our head-to-head this evening for me, personally. But am I blown away by either of the offerings of tonight? I don't think so, man. I don't
No.
think so. I don't think so. But I'm definitely leaning towards the Belgian as my pick for this evening. Interesting brew, very interesting brew.
Yeah, I think the clear winner in my book is
Yeah. All that was going to be my second pick. Just above the pumpkin spice, just behind the Belgian.
just going to
There's
reach
always
past them both into our last episode and pick up a beer.
there's always room for tenants.
Okay. Are you going to finish this beer?
I'm definitely going to finish this beer. Do you want me to do it on camera? Or
No.
okay, I thought you were testing me then.
I'm not. It's okay, but the more I drink it, the more it's like this is a chore.
Struggle.
Yeah, it's just so much unknown. Yes, it is. It just says Satan Red. So is it a red ale?
From what I can tell, it's a Belgian dark, but I wonder what the Satan Red means. What's the meaning behind it? I'm sure there's some kind of like Belgian folklore about a red devil that comes to you on Halloween and pours strong ale into your mouth, something like that. That kind of kids' tales are always a bit cooler than ours, I think. 100%.
Okay, so the Untapped page for it describes it as Satan Red, perfectly balanced ruby red beer. A harmony of creamy and strong aromas, sweet and fine palate, fruity with a perfume of fresh hops. Feel the heat and the taste, the fine aroma and the sweet, delicious palate. I feel like you just said sweet quite a lot, but
I don't really get sweet from it, apart from that kind of that appley sweetness, but that's more of a kind of a tamer sweetness.
Yeah. And it seems to be a whole range of so yes, this must just be like a Belgian red ale. Then you've got Satan Gold and Satan Black.
Okay, so it's a whole line. I'd be interested.
Yeah, Satan White as well.
Okay. I'd definitely be interested in trying out the rest of the range for sure, because this one is very intriguing brew.
But yeah, they'll almost be high ABV because it's all Belgian strong gold ales, Belgian strong dark. So, and I think they're maybe rocking about 8% each.
Okay. These guys ain't messing around.
No. So, I've minimized too many windows. There we go. So,
you in incognito mode again? Don't want the wife finding out about the Satan Red, if you know what I mean.
And so the brewery, the block, I'm surprised it isn't just like Satan Brewing.
That would be too satanic, to be honest. I think that's kind of pushing the envelope a bit too far. I like my Satan kind of in small doses rather than. Do you know what I mean? Like a pint of Satan.
330 ml at a time
wouldn't suit me. Exactly.
Well, god damn it, I think we've done it.
Oh, so depressing when these things come to an end. I'm going to dust the fingerprints while you can do the outro for the show. I need to know. There's been a crime committed this evening, and it was
on that bald cat.
it was evolving. You not like this? I put a lot of work into this.
It's horrifying. I just it's I'm honored and scared,
Both
flattered
at the same time.
and frightened.
I didn't know you could have those two emotions at the same time, but I'm glad that I've kind of imbued that in you this evening. It's been a pleasure, an absolute pleasure. The brews weren't the most impressive, but they were definitely interesting brews for sure. And I'm just so glad that I beat you at Beer Wars finally, because it's been a long time coming. You don't need to watch the previous episode if you haven't seen it, but just know that I did beat you at Beer Wars, and everyone knows it now, and you're an embarrassment. So there's that. That kind of sucks for you, but still a great evening all round. Is that semen? What is that?
So, if you like what you see here, two middle-aged men struggling.
Middle-aged? Okay.
Please,
I'll take that jab.
If you haven't already, subscribe to the Largologs on YouTube and like this video.
What radio stations do you get on that? Do you have to, if you just turned it a little bit to the left?
It almost looks like some sort of tinfoil.
Could you get Radio Clyde on that?
Just to keep the FBI or Scotland Yard.
Keep the UFOs away.
Yeah. I don't want them reading the thoughts of my brain. It's bad enough I put them on YouTube.
No one wants to know that. That's why no one watches the show.
So, but yes, other than that, it's been me, Stu, and joining me on the internet is Fake Stu.
Stu 2. Hope you had a good one, guys.
To you too. Tune in next time.
That was almost like hip hop. Then that was lyricism at its finest.